Hello again. So, I saw this tag going around YouTube about your 5 favorite books, and even though nobody tagged me, I'm sorry, I'm going to get motion sickness. Okay, even though nobody tagged me, I'm doing it anyways. I saw some people tagged, everybody, so I count. I have more than 5 because I'm a big giant nerd. No, I have more than 5. Let me fix the camera one more time. Okay, don't touch it. I have more than 5 because I freaking love to read, and I don't think there's any way I could pick just 5. So I picked more. My first pick it's my favorite series. It's the Scarpetta books by Patricia Cornwell. This one is The Body Farm. I don't have the other ones here with me because I loaned them to my mom so that she could enjoy them. There's quite a few books in this series. The last one was released, well, not the last one. The newest one was released last year. It's called The Book of the Dead. It's probably my least favorite of all of them, but I freaking love this series. The main character, she's so real, and she's not just some heroine that's out fighting, solving mysteries and fighting crimes and whatever. She's like a real person, and there's a lot of depth to her character and different sides to her. So I really enjoy, seeing how Patricia Cornwell develops Scarpetta, as well as the supporting characters, because they're all so greatly developed. Excuse me. And I can't wait to read the next one, so I wish you'd hurry up and release it. My next favorite book, Running with Scissors by Augustin Burroughs. And I have read this book. I don't know if you can tell, but it's pretty freaking beat up. I think I've probably read this book like at least 6 times. And it's the story of his, gosh, my throat, I'm sorry. It's the story of his unusual childhood, to say the least, with his mom being crazy and giving him to his therapist. And if you've seen the movie and haven't read the book, I'm sorry, because the movie was nowhere near as good as the book at all. So give it a chance. I mean, this book is awesome. I'd recommend it to anybody, as well as any of his books. I've read every one of them. Dry, which is his memoir from rehab, is great. What's it called? Potential Side Effects or something like that. I can't even remember. I have it on audiobook actually. And he reads his own books, and they're great. He's great because, they're personal to him. Potential Side, is that what it's called? And Magical Thinking? I don't remember. I'm sorry. And I also read his fiction story, Television, which is really, really funny. It's really sarcastic, so I enjoyed that, of course. In the same vein as Augustin Burroughs is David Sedaris. This one is Dress Your Family in Corduroy and Denim. It's kind of an outrageous cover. It's got a butt on the back. He also writes about his childhood. His is a little bit more common, which that's not bad. It's just different because I think everybody can relate to his childhood. And he's just really funny. I also have a couple of his books on audiobook, and he reads them, but he's kind of got an annoying voice. But he's a great author, so I'd recommend that one to anybody also. What else do I have in here? Hey, Cosby. Oh, I brought this one. This is Little Earthquakes by Jennifer Weiner. She's such a great author. Her books are very relatable. She also wrote In Her Shoes and Good in Bed, so, excuse me, which I haven't read yet, but I did read Little Earthquakes. I read it twice, and I can really relate to the story, even though I have no children, and I don't plan to, because the whole book is about, I'll just read the back. Becky is a plump, sexy chef who has a wonderful husband and baby girl, a restaurant that's received citywide acclaim, and the mother-in-law from hell. Kelly is an event planner who's struggling to balance work and motherhood while dealing with an unemployed husband who seems content to channel surf for 8 hours a day. I wish I could do that. Ayendi's basketball superstar husband breaks her trust at her most vulnerable moment, putting her new family even more in the public eye. Then there's Leah, a Philadelphia native who has left her Hollywood career behind, along with her husband and tragic secret, to start her life all over again. So basically, these women meet in a prenatal yoga class, and they form a friendship. And it's kind of funny because Becky plays a game called Pregnant or Just Fat, and she is convinced that everybody thinks she's just fat and not pregnant. Well, I kind of play the opposite game, where I don't want people thinking I'm pregnant because I'm just fat. So, I mean, that kind of made me laugh. It's a great story. It's chick lit, but it's not stupid. I mean, there's nothing wrong with stupid chick lit if that's what you want, but this isn't stupid. It's really good. I like it. And I don't usually read, chick lit books about chicks. No. I don't usually read those kind of books, but this one I picked it up because I was at the airport, and I really like it. I'm going to read the other one. It came out about maybe 2 years ago now. God, a year ago. I haven't read it yet, and I can't remember what it's called, because I have the world's worst memory tonight, so excuse me, but I'm going to read that one, and I'm really looking forward to it. I hope it's as good as Little Earthquakes. Moving on. Excuse me for a second. My favorite books and my favorite drink. Do I have Pepsi? Okay. The only Shakespeare book that I like is Hamlet. Hamlet. As you can see, I've read it a few times. I first read this in 11th grade, my AP English class, and of course I was like, oh, blah, Shakespeare. Ugh. I freaking love this book. It's so engaging. I mean, it's intense. The whole thing is intense. And to be honest with you, I think my affinity for this book comes from the fact that it really, really helped me, not only in 11th grade AP English, but also on the 12th grade AP test, in college, and just, I always find myself referencing it because so many dramatic elements to do a soliloquy, and of course I picked the easiest one, that we had to choose from.
"'Tis now the very witching time of night when churchyards yawn, and hell itself breathes contagion to this world, blah 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 blah." I still remember it. And I get out of the cabinet, and sorry, it's my cat. He likes stuff in the cabinet, and I think that just knowing that soliloquy really helped me on my AP test because I could find direct quotes. So yay for Hamlet. I need to hurry up. I've talked a freaking long time. I brought in To Kill a Mockingbird. This is probably my favorite book ever. Look at it. I don't know if you can see that. I got it at a garage sale, and it's amazing. It's just a great story. I'm going to shut up and not describe everything else because I really want to get the rest of these books in. But read To Kill a Mockingbird if you haven't already because it's wonderful. I also brought in this book. I haven't read it yet, honestly, but it's The Companion to the Giver by Lois Lowry. And you're probably like, oh, that's a little kid's book. That book is fantastic. Read it again as an adult if you've already read it as a child. That book is great. I love it. Of course, none of these lists is complete without the Vinci Code and Angels and Demons. Freaking amazing. Fantastic. The rest of Dan Brown's novels aren't very good, so don't read them. And then, to finish up, heavy book, I brought Sister Wendy's 1000 Masterpieces, and this book is the shit. I'm sorry for that language, but that book is so awesome. It's great. I love Sister Wendy, and she is so good at capturing not just the intellectual details of a painting, but the emotions. And so anybody who is into looking at art, I love looking at art because I suck at making art, so anybody who's into looking at art should definitely pick up
Sister Wendy. Anything Sister Wendy. The videos, the books, blah blah blah. So I'm at my time limit now, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Take care, guys.